Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
They'll look to throw again. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They'll look to throw yet again. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Dragons. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Dragons will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. That'll change things. Out of bounds inside the 35. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Mims sent in motion here. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from the April draft. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Tight end going in motion here. Throwing now on 3rd and long. He'll take a shot with Mims. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Golden Eagles going to have to punt. They'll kick it away. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Looking middle of the field. It's complete. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first.
This is intercepted.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Putting the tight end in motion. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Now a give on the ground. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Dragons are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. Drive will start on the ground, and a minimal gain there up to the 17-yard line. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. That's to the sideline and intercepted. And he is just going to waltz his way in. The pick six. A touchdown for the defense. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick six.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it a second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick six.
The PAT, up and good. And the Golden Eagles will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. First and 10. Right back to the air following that pick six. Quick throw taken in. Uh-oh. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Off he goes. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
The defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
Thrown left side, the catch is made.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the score.
Some points on the scoreboard.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Dragons. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it. And the Dragons will move out to a 14-7 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Throwing now on 1st and 10. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
And I like the idea of moving the pocket. It makes it harder for the defense to rush the passer, but you have to account for the end man on the line of scrimmage, and that guy's job is to set an edge. Nobody gets outside of me. In this case, the quarterback. You've got to be better protecting your edges anytime you put your quarterback on the move.
A handoff as they try to run it here. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. The gun, he'll throw. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There is nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. And this is going to set up a long field ahead. Backed up as it is touchdown inside the 10. They'll throw out of the gun. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm.
And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Look, Mike, the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, if he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks for their effort.
He'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end. I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Golden Eagles. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown. And, Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
No problem there on the extra point. And the Golden Eagles will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. This is caught down that right sideline. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the to the air one more time. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. A big half continues, already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet, and here this grab gets him a first down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. This one caught at the 4, and he will score again. Touchdown, Dragons. That is his 3rd touchdown of the game and his 9th for the year. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man, they're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
When you go out and invest in a young guy like this to be part of your backfield's future, you've got to find ways to get him involved early, and I think here's a case of doing just that.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Greg and I continue in just a moment. They'll stay on the ground. Room up the sideline at the 45. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. A pickup there of 28 yards. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. This one intercepted. And the Dragons are going to take over once again at their 37-yard line.
And on a possession where the offense really had their way on the ground, they got to kind of go back to the drawing board and say, is it worth putting the ball in the air? Yes, we want to generate points. We want to push the ball downfield, but none of that matters if you're going to keep turning the ball over. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Now he's loose again. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Dragons. This is quickly turning into a virtuoso performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. Bates now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Dragons have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He gets swarmed under. Doesn't even get to the 15. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down back at the 2-yard line.
So you decide to put the ball in the air deep in your own end zone. That's fine. But the internal clock of the quarterback, it's got to speed up even a little bit more. You cannot hold the ball in this part of the field. And I'll tell you what, he takes the sack, but he's lucky it wasn't a safety.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop with just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Once again, they keep it on the ground. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. Clock is stopped at 26 seconds until the break. Here's their punter now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. This kick hangs up, and the fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup. And he's going to have to make better decisions here in the second half.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Now he'll air one out. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This is going to be taken in at the 3. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Tight end going in motion here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Back to throw. A dive and a catch. Incredible. 15 yards through the air. And that will be a 1st down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field. And not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play to secure that one.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll look to throw yet again. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Golden Eagles. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He keeps it himself. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. His throw left side is complete. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Now, So far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quick throw. Taken in. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely, and results in a completion.
Here's 2nd and 9. Tight end motioning left. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Trying to keep this drive moving, but it's 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw. Taking off, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Dragons. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs could be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Thrown left side. The catch is made. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and let's see what he can do after the catch. So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And the Dragons will take over possession here at the 44.
So in this last possession, Mike, they take the ball away, and they do it from playing cover 3 defense. So what that means is there's 3 deep players. There's 2 corners and a safety. They divide the field into thirds, and everybody else underneath is just looking at the quarterback. Straight zone coverage, played perfectly, leads to a big takeaway.
They'll try the right side this time. They face 2nd down and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Doing a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
So, both teams trade touch.
Rolling, boys. Have a good 6. All right, boys. Let's keep it up.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Fires left sideline. That is complete. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
And he cannot be stopped. He is into the end zone again. Touchdown, Dragons. He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. He'll look to throw. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds. Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And If they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Bijan Robinson, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's going to be 4th down. Now they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. They took a chance of throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. The defense has it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up. This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Putting the tight end in motion. To the air now on 1st and 10. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Back to the air one more time. He'll tuck it and take off. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down. They'll look to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Running these underneath crossing routes, you wouldn't imagine lead to a lot of explosive plays, but when done right, if you can get the receiver in open space and get the ball in their hands, there's a lot of opportunity.
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And the Dragons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
That's hard! And they cannot contain him at all. He's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Dragons. With that, he joins Gale Sayers and Alvin Kamara, players in the Super Bowl era with 6 touchdowns in a single game. Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it. And the Dragons will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. That one to the sideline and incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one. Back to the air once more on second down. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to be running out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line. Back to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. He runs with it.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner. And that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
Third and long. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. Going up top. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for the 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs. Now a give up the middle. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you had things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. It'll be a gain of 10 and just enough to move the chain. from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. That's to the right side and incomplete.
This is one of those situations that played.
And now the referee looks like he has gotten word from replay. They're going to stop the game inside the last 2 minutes. All replays emanate from there. So the official upstairs and the replay center in New York get the second look. And indeed, this call will be overturned. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. They'll look to throw again. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field. So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays inbounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the 1st down. They'll look to throw yet again. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. Are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll let one go down the middle. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. Their winning ways continue. They've yet to be stopped as they remain unbeaten in the month of November.